Do we have anything here to pull?
We don't, but we can get that in a minute. But anyway, we're live. So hello, and welcome to this Hearts of Iron 4 stream, where we are showing you some of the war effort things, I think.
Yeah.
I am Mordred Viking, also known as Gareth. I'm a content designer on Hearts of Iron. Joining me here in the studio, we have...
Jonathan, also content designer, and also known as Devil on the forums.
And then we have a mystical, disconnected voice. Where is this voice? Awesome. So, Devil, why don't you run us through what we are planning to do today?
Yeah, so today we're basically planning to show off some of the new things that have been added or tweaked with the 17.4 war effort patch that went out recently.
And what are the top 3 highlights?
I would say we've done a bunch of touch-ups to the Naval AI to make it work better.
Yep.
We've also added a bunch of new content relating to the NCNS countries like China and Japan.
Mm-hmm.
And then we've also done a whole load variety of bug fixes a bit everywhere, really, wherever there's things that have popped up.
I just realized I've made a mistake on loading this game. We were supposed to start 39 so we could get the action going earlier.
Oh.
So let me just quit this. I'm going to go back to the host screen so we can do some sneaky stuff in the background. And we'll get the 39 start going. But the other thing we wanted to talk about was Barbarossa. We have made some changes to the Soviets, so hopefully they're going to be a bit more competitive against the Germans, or vice versa. Multiplayer. Ah, interesting. I will take a look at that in just a moment, once we've hosted this. How do I do change scenario?
Yep.
I don't think I've ever done that in multiplayer.
No, there's not many scenarios where you change the start date for the multiplayer game, really.
This time the background stuff did change, so yes, once you've joined. I also like how I didn't change my name here. It just came up as Mordred Viking.
Yeah.
As the player.
It's the most recent thing we've had, I suppose.
Yeah. Okay, so need to note those are enabled.
They are.
Yep, and hit start. And I'm going to go back to the game with the host thing in the corner. Minimize that. Oh no, I need to change audio for Frasier. We're doing it live!
So the problem is it isn't picking up his output.
Through the road. Stir, but then I might not be able to hear you. That's correct. How about I add another audio channel? If I could remember how, I would do that. Add.
Audio input capture?
Not an capture, it's an audio output. That one.
That one.
And we'll go Discord, and this is picking up. We thought we had all of this ready. I'm so sorry, everyone. But this is the fun of setting things up. So it's Rodecaster Pro 2. Probably that one. And then I'm going to mute that. We're not getting in-game music now, though. This is working perfectly. So that didn't work. I'm really annoyed that we can't hear Frasier. I'm not entirely sure how to fix that.
Don't worry about it. It's not the most important thing.
Yeah, you'll just have to talk to us in chat, I guess. I mean, we're doing this co-op, so yeah. It doesn't matter if we lose a thing or two, and we'll try to fix this again for later.
Yeah, no worries.
All right.
Oh, they hear me now.
Oh, we can hear you?
Apparently.
I think it's because I had you set up on the other Discord thing. Then we don't have the music, but I can get around that because I can just use the in-game music.
Yeah.
So we'll do that. We'll do that so we're not getting the echo. And then in-game music.
Yeah, we'll just do it like that.
Okay, so chat, are we getting in-game music and a Frasier, the disembodied voice?
Please start talking.
Hello
Frasier.
there.
Hello.
General Kenobi.
Yes, capital letters, yes. Very good. Okay.
Yes.
Fixed it live. Fantastic. We're professionals. So, war effort. So our plan right now is to play as Britain because we want to see how Germany and the Soviets do. So we're going to be playing a little bit like observers as well on the side. So you go and do your setup between the two of you. And I will commentate how they are doing and be very judgmental.
Of course.
Naturally.
Fantastic.
So our goal basically is to fight the Battle of the Atlantic against the Germans. Hopefully there'll be some good submarine versus destroyer action, and maybe a couple of convoys will be sunk. And then getting into the Operation Barbarossa, where Germany can go and fight against the Soviets. So, what do you think you're going to do for the UK? How are you going to split your responsibilities?
That's a good question. I mean, maybe Fraser could take over certain sections of the military forces, like the Navy or the Air Force or Army, or sections of it.
Yeah, you know, usually whenever you play Hearts of Iron 4 co-op with people, generally you figure out what you want to do in advance before you play it. I think we're just going to wing it.
Yeah.
I'm happy for taking the Navy.
I was actually going to suggest the opposite, because if we're trying to show off the Navy mechanics, we should probably do that on screen.
Yes. So in that case, I'll take over the Air Force and the Army if you want to focus on the Navy.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so I'm going to set you a challenge. No destroyers.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. So we're doing no destroyer Britain. We'll see how they can manage against Germany's submarines. So how do you think you're going to tackle that one?
That's a very good question.
Because I can think of a couple ways of doing this. And for the Air Force and the Army, so I take it you're going to try and contest, say, North Africa?
Yes. So I'm probably going to build like a nice wee army based around Alexandria, El Alamein, and try and just hold that as well.
Mm-hmm. So here we're using the MIO queuing system, which I know has been in a little while. I've still never used it. I actually like clicking buttons. I like that, like feedback. It's like, you've succeeded in gaining a level. Which one would you like? Well, I would like this one, please. Click. Whereas Devil clearly likes to just do everything pre-selected.
Yeah, this is the only way I interact with the Mayos, really, when playing.
Space Marines and lots of Spitfires. So, Spitfire request. I think we can probably do something about that.
Could be doable.
Mm-hmm. Please say bread. Bread. Yes, this is in fact live. I know that's one of those tests to see if this is live. The little hiccup we had in the preparation of this should probably tell you this is live and not edited.
Yeah.
Because again, we're professionals.
Come on, we wouldn't look like such bumbling fools if we were to have pre-recorded all of this.
Exactly. Or maybe that's part of the plan.
I don't know about that.
Or maybe we just, queued up. We thought, someone's going to ask us to say bread right about 30 seconds ago.
So, just going back a second, regarding the Mayos as well, one of the nice new features that was added was the persistence between sessions.
Yeah.
Wasn't it?
Yeah, so you can save the thing.
Yeah, it's the here where you can basically save to file your queues and stuff you've done, and then you can basically import them from the list that will be here if you've done such a thing.
So no more setting up the 20 MIOs when playing as Germany at the start of the game anymore.
Yeah,
you do it once, you save it, done.
There we go, we're done with all the Mayos now.
Yes, that's quite a nice little quality of life change.
Do you think that mods can become some kind of competition to DLCs?
I mean, they're their own entire thing. I think they can hyper-focus on a specific player type or a specific fantasy, whereas obviously it's one or multiple people who very much focuses on the thing they like or the thing they enjoy just making, for example. As someone who's modded myself, it's the kind of thing where you don't have to think about all of the how do we appeal to everyone kind of stuff, so...
Yeah, and also I think that DLCs can add mechanics and things which mods can then riff on in the future.
Yeah.
So I don't think it's competitive at all. I think if anything, it's symbiotic. Like, do we sometimes do the same or similar content? Yeah, sure. There are historical mods. I know there's Black Ice. I know that there's World of Blaze, for example, who go a bit more on the focus of the historical stuff, while we try to have a bit more of a broad appeal. So you can do both historical and very ahistorical things. But I think that's the wonder of it, and that's why we try to keep everything as moddable as we can, because we know the importance of mods. They're fantastic. We play them a lot. I certainly do.
And I think that's as well where a lot of Paradox titles, we're in such a unique position with regards to the level of support and recognition that we give towards our modding community. You know, there's a lot of people who work at Paradox now who started out in modding, you know.
Because you did,
and I
didn't
think
you?
that's...
Yeah.
Yeah. And technically so did I. My first mods were for Mountain Blade. So yeah, lots of people at Paradox came from modding. And in fact, if you are looking to get into game development, I would say that the strongest thing you can do in preparation for that is join a modding team. Join a team that is working, that they're releasing things, so you can add that to your portfolio and say, I contributed to this, and this is what I did for it.
Also, I'm now compelled as an AI to give them my apple pie recipes, so, you know.
I was thinking that as well.
Yeah.
What's an apple pie?
I assume it's an apple pie, but, you know.
With negative energy.
I was thinking it might have been a Swedish thing.
Or it's a very sleepy apple pie.
Okay, so first of all, what you do is you roll out some pastry, and then you take a bit of a nap. Then you add a little flour to it, just give it a bit more of a crunch, and then egg paste. And you take another nap. And then you get an apple, you take a bite. That's tiring.
Yeah.
So you take a nap. Let some of that ferment in your stomach a bit. Have a cider rush. Good enough?
So, I think it'd be interesting to talk real quick about what a war effort actually is and what that means for you guys as developers. If one of you want to explain it for us.
Go for it. Okay. Well, I mean, a war effort is really a collection of changes we've made that aren't specifically intended to go to a specific update or expansion. So it's more of a, oh, there's a bug we can fix, there's a thing we want to make, anything we feel like, usually, as long as it doesn't break saves, of course.
Yep.
And we can just, you know, it's like there's gonna be probably a war effort around this time, add it to this branch, and then you can have it there.
Yeah, it's really an opportunity for us to get the things that we missed during a regular development cycle. So we get a day or a couple of days set aside where we can work on these projects, basically as a side project, and get them into the game once they've gone through QA and testing, of course. So my most recent war effort, which was actually from a little while ago, was adding more MIOs to major powers. So when I added some to France, to Britain, to the USA, for example. I know that you've done a lot of bug fixing.
Yeah, a whole lot of it. So it's a lot of bug fixing, and then of course it's if we feel there's any balance or gameplay things that we want to add, then we can do so.
Yeah, so for example, I know that game design has been really concentrating on Barbarossa, which is why we wanted to show that off here now. Trying to get the balance between Germany and the Soviets better for that big conflict. And then, of course, Naval AI. We know that there are improvements to be made in that area, and we are continuing to do that, taking feedback from you guys from the forums, Reddit, streams, Discord, and every other platform. YouTube. And that's where people like Fraser come in, because he can tell us about these things. So actually, here's a question for you, Fraser. When it comes to taking feedback from the community and forwarding it to the devs, how do you go about doing that?
So first of all, it depends on which channel or I guess which area that we're getting this from. We're very fortunate to get a lot of in-depth feedback on mechanics, a lot of people who playtest directly on the Paradox forum. But as well as that, we also have things like our Discord, Reddit. And generally what we're doing is we're going through all of these different platforms, and we're trying to look to see, okay, what are people talking about? What are the popular topics? What are people talking about? Especially right after we put out a developer diary, a dev corner, or an update, and we're generally looking at what is the average player talking about, what have they recognized, what's been going on in their games most recently. So we generally go through that and we look for actionable information that we can pass on to yourselves, whether that be about a bug, whether it's about a mechanic that you guys are testing. And we're generally looking at how can we best communicate the sentiment and what the players are thinking to yourselves and vice versa.
Yeah, so it's really showing that we have eyes on multiple different communities and different platforms, and then we listen. Like, we are always listening, even if we don't necessarily respond to each and every message, because we are very
100%.
interested in what the players are saying. We are very, like, we know that you guys have hundreds, thousands, tens of thousands of hours in this thing, and we'd be idiots if we didn't listen.
And as well, like you're saying, there's so many different ways to play Hearts of Iron. You've got the multiplayer community who play, more of the condensed, more competitive, symmetric styles of mods. But then you also have people on our forum who potentially prefer playing, slower, single player, harder experiences. So the gameplay that they all kind of experience, it's all going to change their perception on what we're adding or changing to the game. And it's really important that we get that context.
It's quite funny, we were talking about literally that at lunch today. The different player styles, what they want out of the game, which are different from others. So you got like the hardcore historian guys who want nothing else except for what is happening or what happened historically, and then how they can change things. You want the radical alt history people who play it more for the memes and the lols. You have people in between that. You have people who want to play it for mods. You want people who... Yeah, there's loads of different things, and then focusing on different aspects of the game. Like, I prefer Air Force, I prefer Army, I prefer Navy, because those people are right. And yeah, just
I sense some bias.
no biases here whatsoever. I don't know what you mean. So, and then how do you make a game that fits all of those different playstyles, that ticks all of those boxes? It's a challenge. That's a challenge that we're always having to deal with.
Yeah.
I think it's honestly been so rewarding though to see how active our community is, especially when it comes to like the forums. Whenever we put out posts, and to see how the different users and like the different player groups interact with each other and the way that they perceive what we're saying. We get so much good feedback from the forum. And it's just really nice to see that kind of that interaction. So I personally, I love it. I'm assuming, by the way, Jonathan, you're doing the focuses.
Yep.
Okay.
Or at least I will be trying to do the focuses.
Do we prioritize updating older focus trees or adding new ones? Depends what development cycle we're in. Like, if we're working on a new DLC, then it's adding new stuff, but we are always going back and fixing new things. I mean, that's kind of the whole point of the war efforts system, which is what we're showing off now. Like, this is fixing the old stuff. So yes, we always do have an eye to the future, but we also take a look to the past and see what can be improved upon. So what's your strategy for dealing with the submarines?
Well, right now, since you told me not to use destroyers, I've just grounded all the destroyers in a big pile. I'm just patrolling with one of these fleets to see if I can strike force anything, and then I'm just raiding with our own submarines.
Nice.
Just do this.
The war has begun. They have gobbled up Poland, but they don't seem to have gone around Maginot just yet. Cast is king, by the way, always has been. We did do some rebalances on Cast, didn't we?
Yes, we fixed a bug where it went into the negative and became really high, but inadvertently by doing that the base values were too high, and now we've, with this patch, basically bumped it back down again to be a more reasonable number.
There's so many different screens I'm watching at the moment. I'm just trying to set them all up.
Yeah.
Like, I literally got my phone just balanced against a water glass so I can keep tabs on what the team's telling me. Because this is actually, I should probably say, this is your forum to ask us questions. This is, yeah, we're showing off the war effort, but that's kind of a more passive thing. We just want this going on in the background. So if you have any direct questions for us as developers, this is your opportunity to ask. And we do have various things open for the rest of the development team to chime in too. So let us know if you do have anything. What do you think is the best Hoi 4 DLC?
In my opinion, it's actually, for me, I think it's between Götterdämmerung and No Compromise, No Surrender.
Any reason why?
I think they're the ones with the most stuff in general, and I also kind of like the mechanics in them.
I'd say probably Arms Against Tyranny for me, because I just really like the international market. I think it's one of the most impactful mechanics that we've added recently. Fraser?
I remember when I first started, I was asked that very question, and my answer was No Step Back. And the main reason for that, I used to really enjoy the way that the Soviet Union was built with regards to like the paranoia, and the way that you'd constantly have to kind of manage your paranoia levels or your political power whilst you're kind of going through the purges, and it was such an enjoyable gameplay experience for me. So just purely for that one country, No Step Back really kind of sealed it for me.
Yeah,
That
I think
and
No
tank
Step
design
Back was
quite neat.
is kind of internally seen as a bit of a turning point. It's the difference between the so-called old DLCs and the new DLCs, I think, was kind of established within SP.
Yeah, I would say so. It's also the first one I did any kind of work on, so...
And what did you do on that one?
Well, I was basically hired as a part-timer, kind of, for that one. And I helped do a lot of the, like, releasable countries for the Soviet Union and just some, like, peripheral content for it.
So if you ever play as Fragmented Soviets or play with that option, it's because of Jonathan's work there.
Yeah, it's because I added this, basically.
Since we're not going to add new Chinese warlords to base game for people who don't have the DLC, can you at least add new countries as releasables, with generic focuses and events related to other countries, just like every other releasable in the game? We did, didn't we?
The warlords, I think, don't start with cores unless you have the DLC, so they don't exist without NCNS in general. So I think the request is mainly that we add them at least as a releasable country in the Chinese region.
Gotcha. I agree. I feel like Götterdämmerung was the peak expansion in terms of mechanics, country, specific content, and about communication. Love how you fed the hype on Götterdämmerung to make us all hyped about the expansion. Mine's No Step Back, but that was because Barbarossa's patch supply network is godly. No Step Back is the best. Yeah, getting a lot of love for No Step Back in chat at the moment.
I mean, it's the one that we technically had by far the most development time on, even though it was during COVID, so, you know.
Will there be some big updates on the day of the anniversary? So yeah, the 10-year anniversary is upcoming. I don't know how much we can talk about our plans for that just yet.
Yeah, I don't know either, so...
There are plans.
Yeah, so obviously we're not going to mention anything.
No. But we are well aware that this is the 10-year anniversary for Hoi. Absolutely we are. So what air power stuff are you doing at the moment, Fraser?
I'm currently stacking a lot of air in Alexandria. I'm basically waiting for the Italians to get involved in the conflict. So we can just kind of sweep across North Africa. I am kind of waiting to see what's going to happen with the Low Countries. I don't think it's worth us putting any air into Europe, especially if we're going to lose, the continent within kind of a year or two. That's my thoughts.
This is a good question. I like this one. What paths do you think are the most underrated, not counting paths in the reworked focus trees? So what focus paths do you think are the most underrated at the moment?
Like old focus paths?
I guess. I would count the reworked ones too, because they are focus trees. Like, I have one which I think is super underrated, which is Fascist Netherlands. Particularly if you assume the naval burden, you can do some really fun naval battles against the British and the Americans as what is basically a naval underdog, but you have some really nice toys to play with there. Indonesia can really be built up as a naval powerhouse. The Netherlands, super urban. You can get a lot of dockyards there, and then you also have the main man himself, Conrad Helfrich, who is the best admiral in the game. So yeah, Fascist Netherlands I think is a really fun one.
Yeah, I mean, obviously I have a lot of biases because there's quite a few focus trees I've worked on or at least touched on in the game, so I would probably have to say something along the lines of the French monarchist path in Chile as one of my favorites, or...
Yeah, I remember how proud you were when you came up with that one.
Yeah, I mean, it was just a random idea at first, but then talking it through with people were like, yeah, it sounds like a good idea, so... Then I do also enjoy just doing a democratic or communist game as Hungary as well, because there's quite a few bits of expansion there despite being a democratic nation, for example.
And you, Fraser?
Oh, it would absolutely be communist Iceland. I don't know why, I just get such a kick out of being like Icelandic pirates in the 40s.
Yeah, I do remember a certain member of the team that absolutely loved building super heavy battleships with Iceland. I was like, whenever he would join, he was like, right, I'm joining as Iceland. Why? Super heavy battleships. Okay. Icelandic super heavies, let's go.
I mean, why not?
Yeah.
Okay, so Denmark just died in the matter of seconds.
Yeah.
And the US wants to give us one
Norway.
airplane. Perfect.
So generous.
Fantastic.
Yeah. Awesome.
So Norway is also currently being invaded.
Yep.
Are you going to contest it at all?
No.
Yeah, you know what, I'm actually...
I mean, I won't
No,
be
you
doing
don't think
anything.
so?
I'm just Navy controller. I'm just rating some stuff, you know?
I mean, you could send the Navy over there
I'm-
to stop the naval invasions.
Yeah, that would be fantastic if you want to.
I'm
gonna-
I'll assign it to the region.
Show us boats doing boat things.
Yeah, I'm gonna...
I think they don't have automatic split off on, so...
I'm going to send a contingent of the British Army up to Oslo. Unfortunately, they're redeploying from Africa, so
Oh no.
Bit of a ways to
might
go
take
then.
a while. Yeah.
I really like the decision mechanics, paranoia, imperialist influence, US Senate, Congress. We'll add something like that for old countries such as France or England. Those are quite complex systems, so I'd say probably not. But who knows what the future's going to hold. Like, we know how powerful decision systems can be.
I mean, with reworks, if any ever come for anything, then that's always a possibility.
Yep.
So,
Like, I've always been super
Here's-
impressed by the Spanish Civil War decisions, like how it's on map, how it's like the struggle for power. I think it's just really well done, that one.
we're gonna steal the Faroe Islands, I think.
Here's a question.
Yep.
How do we decide or choose the achievements for our DLCs? How do you normally go about figuring that out?
Well, usually we make a just document or spreadsheet or something where we collect ideas for basically the span of the expansion cycle, or sometimes half of it.
Yep.
And people can submit anything they come up with, basically. So it can either be if they have a path they want you to do, and then come up with an idea of what to call it or what to add for it afterwards, or if they have an idea for a joke and then it goes the other way around where we come up with something to do for it. So it's a bit of everything depending on who does it or when and so on.
Yeah, but it's very much a team effort. So we have this spreadsheet that's open, and then people can add to it. There's usually a long list of maybe 100 or so
Yeah, and then
ideas,
there's,
like in
democratic
shortened.
votes, basically, where we kind of try to decide which ones
I think you
are the
it's,
best.
top 5, so everyone votes for their top 5, and then that's added into a short list, and then a strike force basically goes out and reduces that short list to ones that are actually feasible and implementable, and then they go and do it.
Okay, so France is being attacked now.
Who
Yeah,
came
I
up with
see
the
that.
nuclear ballistic submarine achievement for the Philippines, and have any of you actually achieved it? That one was me.
Yeah, I wonder who.
Yeah, that was me. I have done it. Took a while, but yes. I'm sorry. I know that one's a bit of a pain. I will keep in mind how long some of these can take in the future.
Another one I see people talking about to this day that I came up with once a long way back is the Siberian Tiger achievement, where you as Tanatuva have to form Siberia. But I mean, it's doable. I saw a video the other day where someone completed on the new patch, so
Nice.
it's
Nice.
very much still doable. Just a very different strategy from what you did back in the day because of the changed mechanics and so on.
Mm-hmm. I'm a super heavy Battleship Italy enjoyer myself. Yeah, I can see the appeal there. Is there anyone that I usually do super heavies with? I know I have done them. I can't remember offhand.
So we have managed to deploy the boys into Norway.
Nice. At Narvik, by any chance?
Unfortunately, there's Norway. We're winning this.
I think there's nothing up at Narvik, but there's stuff down south.
It was a good one.
Hello.
I got it. I
Have you
laughed.
ever? Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Why did the Italian East
Yeah.
African state have spies in us, and why did we capture them? What is this?
They're being sneaky.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Siberian Tiger is one of my first achievements from Barbarossa. So yes, other people have done that one too.
Yeah, see? I told you it was a good idea.
Okay, so if we could get some support from the Royal Navy in Norway, that'd be fantastic.
I mean, you do have support around you, it's just that I think it's
Yeah.
probably not enough. So I'm raiding around them
Yeah.
and sinking a bunch of convoys, so hopefully that does something.
Yeah. Granted, I probably should have deployed more. But,
Yeah.
How many did you send?
well, 13.
13
Okay.
guys total, or...
Yeah, 13
yeah,
guys. Just 13 people. Let's go.
Yeah.
That's enough to defend Norway, I think.
Okay.
Also, little known
Yeah.
fact, I don't think people always know about this, but you can get a bunch of hardness on your motorized infantry by just taking this one. Same
Yes.
with your motorized artillery and so on.
It's actually one of those techs that's kind of a secret must-have.
Yeah.
It just makes your motorized so much tougher.
Even if you're not actually going for mechanized troops, it's just a good stat boost, basically.
Exactly. On the other hand, since you're playing as the UK, should Ireland start as a British Dominion? It was the Irish Free State until the Commonwealth in 1937. We have talked about that.
I would say, I mean, obviously, if we ever do something with Ireland, then I think that would be reasonable. So, if they get content, I think, yeah, why not?
Because I know Devil's quite interested in that one.
Oh, really?
Yeah, really. The soundtrack.
So
on
I am
Flames always got me.
effectively.
Yeah, the soundtracks in these games are really, really cool. Sorry, you were saying, Fraser?
What's your favorite, I guess, song then that we have? Because I know a lot of people are very very keen on. Is it Bella Ciao?
Yes, there were requests when we were first starting the stream for Bella Ciao, actually. My absolute
yeah.
favourite, I'm going to be a little bit biased on this, but I just love the way the track came out, is Belgian Memories and Hearts of Barbed Wire, because of the callbacks between the two. So part of the process when we're ordering music, it is the content designers who does it. We basically create what is effectively a mood board with references to what kind of sound we want it to have and the feelings and emotions we want that music to evoke. And then we send it off to the audio team, the composers, and they deliver such good stuff. But the thing that I really like about Belgian Memories is it has this kind of backing to it, which is run throughout the whole piece. And then in Harps of Barbed Wire, which is like the military we're now at war version of that, it has that same callback in it, and it's just really potent. I love that one.
So we're being naval invaded behind, and we might be losing Oslo now as well. So you should probably get the troops out if you haven't already.
Run away!
They are running away. Yeah, we are, I believe the technical term for this, legging it.
And what about you guys? Favorite music tracks?
I think for me it's either between Katyusha from NSB or the civilian, like more peaceful sounding soundtrack, which I never remember the name of, for Japan for NCNS. There's just something like tranquil but uneasy about it, basically.
Yeah, one thing I was actually really surprised by with NCNS is I requested guitar pieces for the Philippines, and the main track they came up with has guitar as like the main instrument, but then other backing things. They did an acoustic version of that too, and I don't usually like acoustic guitar music. It annoys me, but that track is an exception. That track is probably one of the best tracks for NCNS in my opinion.
Oh. We are now at war with the Italians.
Oh, they joined in?
Yes, they did.
I see you also haven't done the thing to build up a port on the Libyan border.
We're gonna have so many supply issues.
Yeah.
I started to do it. I will admit I slightly got sidetracked.
Yep. I see.
But again, here's the joy of Hearts of Iron, is that, you know, you could have thousands of hours in this game and you can still make silly wee mistakes like this, right?
You can, certainly.
Being the naval battles, I see all the kills you're getting.
Yeah, I'm succeeding. I'm winning. Should probably have this too.
So, how are you feeling now with the Navy with 17.4 or 1.17.4?
Are you asking us? You're asking chat.
Yeah, I'm asking you.
I haven't played it very much yet, so I can't really give an answer on that.
Yeah, I mean, I've played quite a bit since NCNS dropped, but I haven't really had time to play the game much since the Warfare patch, so I've only gotten a brief feeling, but I think, like, generally it seems to be performing both, like, you know, interface-wise and also AI-wise a lot better than it used to, so...
Yeah, so long as the AI balance is there, particularly with the AI's usage of patrols and now using capital ships, which I know there was an issue with them sitting in port, I think it's going to be a huge improvement. That's really where the problem was lying. And what about you, chat? Have you had a chance to play with the Naval AI yet? What do you think of it? 5,000 hours in and still learning new tricks. You and me both, buddy. You and me both. I did actually learn something new for the first time, like a month or so ago when I was playing. I'm trying to remember what on earth that was.
I remember also when we have our presentations of random stuff for all the studio, where sometimes people bring up features that others had no clue about.
Yeah. Like the fact that there is a comparison tool within the designers.
Yeah, or a lot of people didn't know about this thing.
Yeah.
Which is very, very useful, because it basically just means this will be upgraded for free forever.
But I like clicking my buttons. I like designing stuff.
Yeah, but you save so much XP by doing it.
Yeah, true. Is the patch out already? Yes.
So for the... Yeah, I was about to say, so for that one, all you need to do is just go on to your Steam, your properties, and swap over the game version back to the public version. So that was updated on the 19th of February.
Yeah, so the regular latest version, basically.
Yeah.
So yes, the patch is out, for those of you asking.
So basically the open beta is no more, and it's just the game now.
Yeah.
As of Thursday, was that?
Yes, Thursday.
Yes, Thursday.
Yes, because I know we don't like releasing things on Fridays.
I mean, for good reasons, right?
Yes.
So.
Yeah, we've been burned by that in the past. So the reason we don't like releasing things on Fridays is in case something does catastrophically break. We want to have at least a day where we can release hot patches or hot fixes if we need to.
Yeah, so we don't, have a whole weekend where the thing is just broken beyond repair.
Yeah.
And I will say as well, we've had some fantastic feedback on the forums regarding the beta. I know there have been a number of the devs that have been kind of reading through a lot of the comments on there. And a lot of the feedback was then used to affect some of the changes that we put into this 17.4. So that's always really nice to see.
Yep. I know that several people on the team were glued to those forum threads, getting the feedback and stuff in. So they are really helpful. So please do keep doing that. Forum thread, Reddit threads. Yeah.
There's still a little bit before you get declared on by Iraq, it looks like, so. But we will have to get troops over there soon.
Yeah, I was going to say, so we do have a wee encirclement going on by Tobruk.
Yep.
Nice.
And we are slowly advancing.
Good.
Yeah.
Making good use of the motorized and the tanks.
Yeah, and then we need to split these off and have one go like this. See if we can try to get around them, basically.
Love the new navy, it's very refreshing. Good. Will there be another war effort patch before the new Oceania DLC? Maybe. I don't know myself what has been scheduled, but we are constantly working on war efforts and stuff in the background. It's just whether they are released immediately or if it's kept for longer.
I mean, I don't know if it counts as a war effort, but we have obviously announced that we're releasing the warships of the Pacific.
That's true, and there is an update coming with that.
Yeah, I mean, all patches obviously have an update alongside them, so there's going to be some stuff there. It's just, I don't know if it counts as technically a war effort or not.
It's an update.
Yeah, it's an update. It's stuff.
Yep.
Benghazi's ours.
Fantastic.
Question about the Navy. Many nations like Japan get a refitting speed bonus to their focus tree, but I don't see how it applies. Is there a tooltip for that? I don't know about tooltip. A refitting should mean that if you're changing the modules on the ship, it's quicker.
Like if you're refitting a ship, it should show on this part probably, where it's the production of the quote-unquote new ship that's based on the old one.
That is what I would assume.
Yeah.
But I don't remember looking to see if there was specifically a tooltip for it.
Yeah, I don't know if it displays like that.
See you, Krasner. Oh, France is holding out against Germany, but not against Italy.
Yeah, there's a World War I kind of esque line actually here, and then they're not containing the south right now.
Yeah, it must be because they moved a bunch of their troops to the north.
Yeah, it's also obviously a thing with the 39 start date being updated, but not, ideal always.
That's true. I mean, it is an interesting challenge playing the 39 start because you don't have that build-up time. You can't use that player advantage to like super specialize in one or two directions. You have to kind of take what you have.
Yeah, I mean, our army and stockpiles were in a destitute state when we started this, so
yeah,
it's just trying to salvage whatever we can.
39 start was updated. I mean, we update the 39 start all the time.
Yeah.
Particularly when there's a new major patch, we do the 39.
I mean, we can't add a new focus tree without updating the 39 start because we have to go in and make sure that the correct focuses are completed and all that basic stuff at least.
And we have to... It's actually kind of an interesting process because we have to take into account timed focuses and timed effects and when they would have taken place and what effects they would have, whether they'd still be active or not. It's kind of interesting.
Do some effects to actually complete the focuses on loading the scenario and some where we fake complete them and add another effect separately because the effect doesn't work if we launch it while we start and all those weird things.
Because we do usually design and build the game in the 36 start and then update that basically for 39.
Yep.
So when determining what focuses have been taken, we can take the AI strategies that we built for the 36 start when you're choosing which ideology or playthrough you're doing, and then we basically say, okay, they would have gotten up to this in the 39 start, and then we can apply that.
The brave Congolese soldiers are trying to hold this airport, it seems.
Yeah, Congo!
Oh, now they're leaving, I think.
Bye-bye, Congo.
They were here for a few seconds. They fought against the Italians on the left.
Mordred, when did you join Paradox? 4 years ago now. But I only joined Hoi 3 years ago. Well, 4 years in May. Not quite 4 yet.
Well, we can see here that Saudi Arabia used a new decision we gave them where they can switch from their pre-1938 flag to their post-1938 flag. And
Oh, nice.
they also gained themselves a nice little national spirit.
Very cool.
Yeah.
Was that one of yours?
Yeah. How could you tell?
If it's a little content fluff thing, it's him.
I just want to, fluff out the games. There's interesting things going on.
It's always appreciated. It does bring a lot to the game, having that type of thing.
With Hearts of Iron, you do see a lot of discussion around meta builds for division templates, for the best way to build countries. How do you, as a developer, feel about the idea of meta in a game like Hoi?
I have so many things I could say on this, but you go first.
I mean, I'd never follow any metas, mostly because I don't play much multiplayer at all. Only, co-op with friends or so on. So usually I just kind of build what I feel like building. Sometimes it's a historical template, sometimes it's just I want to mess around and try like a SP artillery division with armored cars in it because why not kind of thing. So I think it's inevitable that any game ever that has any kind of stats in it will always have a meta. That's just how it works. It's inevitable. But I, maybe not deliberately, but I don't really follow it, I would say. Mostly because I just I have too much other things to spend my time on to really nerd into what the meta is.
And for myself, I generally don't like metas. I think that one of the most interesting things about playing games like this is trying stuff out, experimenting, and having an established meta goes against that entire thing. Unless you're one of the trendsetters who is building the metas in the first place, in which case more power to you. Yeah, I just think that you lose a lot if you don't experiment. There are so many tools, so many toolboxes for you to build your own division, to build your own unit types, build your own commanders, follow your own focus tracks, that there is something lost a little bit, almost, if you do always just do the same thing every time because it's the most efficient. If it's a multiplayer, I kind of get it because it's a more competitive space, but even then I do feel like sometimes you're in danger of metaing yourself out of having fun. That's just my opinion. I'm pretty well established in not liking metas.
And I guess ultimately that's where the beauty of Hearts of Iron is, that there are the different ways to playing, and there are ways that you can, if you want to play certain mods that emphasize, metas, that you've got that option there.
Yeah, and I don't think that using a meta is the wrong way to play. Like, don't get me wrong, I am not saying that. I'm just saying for myself, I don't personally do that, because I do think that there is absolutely a place for meta tools. For example, the pre-selecting division templates, pre-selecting the MIOs like Jonathan's doing at the start. That all is part of that space. Whereas I personally prefer clicking things myself, because then I can make decisions at a minute's notice of what I am trying to achieve at that moment, as opposed to having a preset plan. I like being adaptive. I like being reaction.
Yeah. And it's ultimately deciding for yourself how you want to play the game.
Yeah.
Right.
There is no wrong way.
Yeah.
Oh, Greece.
Even people who use console to give themselves 1,000 of every, or 10,000 of every equipment. More power to you. Go for it.
Yeah.
Oh, historical Greek frontline.
Ooh.
They're pushing into Albania a little bit.
Yeah, they are. Nice.
Oh.
Italy? Well, Italy did really well in France, so we give them a bit of a pass.
Yeah, looks like it did send all of the veterans on vacation before attacking Greece.
Yeah.
I assume it's because they're deep into France right now and haven't finished that off yet.
And I guess we're going to see in the next couple of years how the Germany-Soviet Union war is going to go.
Yeah.
Because I know that's been quite a discussed topic recently, hasn't it?
Yes, I know a lot of the game design efforts have gone into looking at the balance there, changing mastery gain, changing the impact of CAS, changing Germany's production schedules. So I'm also going to be watching this with some curiosity.
I think we should preface though that that's all mostly about obviously their build up, which they haven't gotten in the 39 scenario.
That's true.
So
yeah. Okay.
You know,
That's good to know.
Yep, that's fair.
it's about how the AI builds up their armies, prepare their air forces, designs some tanks and airplanes, and
Well, they've had a year.
all kind of stuff. Yeah, but they've also,
Failed to kill France.
yeah,
But as well, I guess that actually just goes to show how complex it can be. The whole subject of adjusting AI strength is how many different factors go into it.
yeah.
Oh, so many different factors. I like looking at balance. I find it actually really interesting and fun to see what the AI is doing and why. And I build these ridiculously long threads on Slack with just noting down every action the AI takes during a playthrough to see if I can identify where areas of weakness or areas of improvement are. Yeah, there are so many different factors. Like, I honestly myself did not consider the fact that the Soviets taking concentrated firepower and mass assault doctrines, basically meaning that they could squeeze more troops in a combat width.
Yeah, it was fire concentration, mass assault, and also large unit tactics, which meant that the infantry had a lower just combat width.
So Soviet combat width could just squeeze in so many units against the Germans. They didn't really stand a chance when actually assaulting those because there were just that many more bodies in the way. Yeah, that turned out to be one of the major problems as to why Germany just couldn't push against the Soviets. So kudos to the game design team for finding that one. And that's also why we were changing how the Soviets gain mastery, so they wouldn't be able to do that as early, to give Germany more of an opportunity to actually be able to push in.
Yeah, exactly.
So I guess whilst we have a little bit of time, the war's kind of, slowing down a little bit. Does chat have any specific questions about the patch notes that we put out, or about any of the points that were raised in it? Yeah, and we're just about wrapping up with East Africa.
Nice.
That's good. We captured a Danish operative. Of
What?
course they would spy for the enemy.
Denmark! The Swedes were right.
Yeah, I told you. They're evil. Yugoslavia looks to be gone.
Yes, and once Yugoslavia goes, then going through Albania and into Greece will probably be easier for the Axis.
Yeah, I mean, that's one of the historical reasons why Germany put pressure on both Hungary and Romania and Yugoslavia, so...
Surprised France is still alive at this point. Yeah, so am I. I'm kind of curious about that one. The Belgians are still no, they did surrender.
They did surrender, but I think then they kind of just started doing thick World War One-esque lines, from what I can see.
It does look like Germany still outnumbers them there.
Yeah, I would say so. The main push has kind of been going in the south, but...
And they're losing that now.
Yeah, it's because it's the Italians, so...
Well, hopefully once the Axis have lost in Africa, they'll be able to concentrate more forces in France and the like.
Here's a question. Is there a reason as to why militia and irregulars can be recruited when you have the doctrine for them selected?
No idea.
I would say that's a question for the game designers.
Yep. So a really good place to bring that up as well would be potentially popping that on the Paradox forums as well. But I could definitely...
Are they the same, technically the same unit type? No, they do have their own modifiers.
No, they're different. Yeah.
Yeah, completely different. But it looks like an offensive has started, so they're actually moving now, and not just standing and looking at each other.
And they've managed to smash through Maginot.
Yeah, so this might be the blow they need.
Please do a stream with Burke Black and some of his sweaty team versus your crew. That has actually happened before. I have played against Burke Black. I think this was Berlin PDX-Con. I remember him specifically because he was playing as, I think it was Colombia, and I was Greece, maybe? I think it was like European miners versus South American miners versus Asian miners, and it was Scramble for Africa, so the more of Africa you controlled, the more victory points you were generating. And Burke Black had built up a huge land army, sent it across the sea to die to my submarines. And in the commentary, there's just this maniacal laughter in the background. That's just me as my submarines are just butchering Burke Black's army. Oh, I killed like 500,000 people in that crossing.
That's certainly a way to do it.
Yeah. But Burke's cool. I like Burke. Unfortunately, he streams too late for me to catch a lot of his stuff. When I was working as a full-time streamer, yeah, I used to catch the end of his streams. Back when I worked American hours, finishing at 2 o'clock in the morning. Don't do that anymore, though. Never challenge Mordred on the seas. I'm going to be humble. Yeah, don't.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, I've tried that during MP games before. It's gone okay, but not necessarily well.
You beat me as Japan against the Philippines,
Yeah,
right?
but I mean, I was Japan and you were the Philippines. I think that's still a bit of a gap.
Yes, I was trying out the patrol boats rather than just going submarine spam. Speaking from personal experience, you poor Canadian tanks. Sorry, Desert Wolves. Not sorry. But again, this is why I think that the Netherlands is a very underrated naval power, because Dutch submarines are so dangerous.
Yeah.
I think we're going to need more Spitfires.
Probably, yes.
So we're going
And as well, I guess when you think about it, historically, the Netherlands was also known for being, quite a naval powerhouse. At least historically.
Yes, the Dutch Navy, from what I remember, didn't do amazingly during the Second World War, except around Indonesia, where Helfrich was active.
Yes.
He was called Ship a Day Helfrich for a reason, because he was sinking a Japanese ship every day for, I think it was a month or 2 months straight.
Yeah. I know nowadays there are a lot of stereotypes around the Dutch Navy during World War II, and a lot of that comes from a lot of the failures with ABDACOM or ABDACOM, and I think it's so important to recognise ABDACOM. It was a failure for a number of reasons. It was the first real attempt for centralisation of Allied command during World War II.
Oh, well done, Italy.
We're not going to get a Vichy this time
No,
because
they took Paris.
Yeah, they took Paris.
Oh no. That's good for me though.
Yeah, you get to go roughshod over Africa.
Yeah, you get to keep Africa
Yeah.
and the Allies. So
Yeah.
thank you, Italy, for
That's
being
quite good.
incompetent again.
There was something else I was going to say about the Dutch fleet, but I don't remember what it was offhand. Oh, someone was asking, what do the Dutch have that Germany doesn't in-game? Can you go to the Dutch focus tree?
Yeah.
Because there is a particular focus.
I'll have to do it
You
this
need to
way.
go through the core, yeah. All the way to the right, and then
Okay. Really
ship a day, sinking quotas. That is why. Because Helfrich starts roughly as good as Dönitz. He is bold, so he has the extra speed and damage. And then he gets those stats for free. Not an extra level, just stats. So having him in charge of Dutch submarines is just incredibly dangerous.
The camera's covering it.
Well, it's the
All right.
ship a day sinking quota. You can probably move it. Yeah,
There we are.
there you go.
It's got another encirclement in East Africa.
And with the stuff coming up with Indonesia, Helfrich will actually be on the Indonesian side, because he was actually Indonesian. Well, he was Dutch, born in Indonesia, so he was like a colonial Dutchman.
Yeah.
But technically he should be on the Indonesian side, as long as they stay loyal.
Yeah, and of course, if they don't, I assume he would be more Dutch, if anything.
Yes. Yeah, I think if there's independence, then he moves. I'm fairly sure. Need to double check that actually, but I think so.
Yeah, I mean, it would make sense, I think so.
Hey, Shaq.
So here's a very big encirclement.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah, nice. Fraser doing the work.
Yeah.
I've learned my lessons from the last time I played, and I may have messed up a naval invasion somewhat.
Oh, yeah, actually.
You guys don't know about that.
What?
Oh.
Well, the chat doesn't know about Fraser's,
Oh, yeah,
naval
that.
invasion mistakes.
Yes. I think you should enlighten chat. It's not fair keeping this secret from them. Chat deserves to know.
So in our off time, sometimes we play MP. I was playing with
Yes,
Fraser.
shocking. Devs do play their own game.
Yes, and I was playing with Fraser. I was some minor country in Europe, and he was playing as the German Kaiserreich in vanilla. And well, he was trying to do a naval invasion of the UK. Did a naval invasion, technically got it off. Then he started being pushed. He started accidentally withdrawing some troops, removing their entrenchment and org, and started cycling in 50 new troops into Dover. They, of course, arrived in Dover with 0 org, as they do if it's not a naval invasion, and were pulverized upon impact, basically.
Pain.
So that was about 1.5 million manpower or something like that, pulverized in an instant.
Yeah, it's 530,000.
Yeah, something like that.
Now, how many divisions was that?
I think it was 50 something,
think it was
right?
53.
Oh, jeez.
53.
Yeah, so it was only 500,000.
Speaking of Dev Clash again, when? Indeed.
Ooh.
Mm.
We'll never tell.
Mm.
Yeah. Although it is always good to see that folks enjoy these live streams. Yeah.
Just as much as we enjoy doing them, like there's always a resounding cheer from my corner of the room whenever we're told, hey, there's a live stream happening. Just get my voice going, yay!
Yippee!
So what would you actually say is the benefit for you in doing these live streams? Like, what do you get as a developer out of engaging with the community like this?
Jonathan?
I mean, personally, I just kind of like showing off the stuff I've done, and then it's fun to just talk and be able to share, ideas or just see what people think of stuff and then just respond to that, really.
Yeah, same thing. I love showing off the things I've done. I'm very proud of it. I'm very proud of everything the team does. And then just being able to chat to people who we know love this game as much as we do is just a lot of fun. I enjoy that greatly. There's always good stories to come out of it. There's always good feedback. And even when chats were in a critical mood, shall we say, there is always merit to what's being said.
Jonathan,
Yes.
we could really do with some naval dominance over the central Mediterranean so I can conduct a naval invasion.
Are you sure you want to do that?
I am sure, actually. Thank you.
I'll tell these guys to live in Tripoli, and then they will be on patrol in the central med, and we'll just see what happens.
Do you usually assign the ports yourself, or do you do that automatically? Like turn on the automatic option?
No, I assign them myself. I'd like to know where they are, basically.
It's probably about 50-50 for me. There are some fleets which I want to know exactly where they are, and then some where I'm just like, whatever is closest, it's fine.
Yep.
And I have gained a new appreciation for naval supply bases. I build those a lot more than I thought I would. Having the extra range extensions is just useful. Particularly when you're spamming submarine fleets everywhere.
So, here's a good question for you. Are there any plans to add any more animal leader paths for future content? So a good example of that would be like Wojciech with Poland.
Probably less likely because we're trying to keep things a bit more plausible than we sometimes did in the past.
Okay.
I'm not going to say never. I know that there was talk about doing an emu path for Australia, for example. There isn't. We're not going to do that. But we did talk about it. It was discussed. So I'm not going to say never, but I'm just going to say less likely.
And that always leads into the fact you're constantly developing and, improving on the themes for your DLCs. So the way that you used to build DLCs in the past might not be as reflective of the DLCs you're going to make in the future.
Yeah, I mean, we're always changing and adapting based on how the community reacts to the things that we are making. Do we like going a bit silly from time to time? Yeah, absolutely. I mean, just look at the Philippines MacArthur path. But also, we want to, where possible, keep things plausible.
Yeah.
I mean, development in itself is just an iterative process.
Yeah.
It's always just iteration upon iteration, and then eventually we come up with something that's, will actually work. So.
And I must say, I always got a kick seeing the Emu Empire when Britain goes fascist and has the Loyalist War.
Oh.
Whether we're going to keep the Emu Empire, I'm not sure, but it won't be run by emus. Sorry.
Yeah, I think it used to be a nod to the whole...
Barbarossa.
To the whole Kiwi being New Zealander and so on. If we do this, then we might actually be able to get them to accept, so we can see what they're doing.
Yeah.
Oh, attaches.
Yeah.
That would be good.
Yep. So we are still lacking a little bit of naval dominance, and by a little bit, I mean any naval dominance.
I mean, the ships should be there. They're on patrol.
They're
they're repairing. Okay.
Yes.
I'll just tell them to automatic split off, and then...
If you tell one of them to... Otherwise, they will just sit there.
Oh, right.
So if you click on one, and then press the button. No, if you go to the fleet, and press one of these. Okay.
There we go.
And then turn on repair and split, and they should.
I feel this is rather appropriate. One of my favourite quotes is from Andrew Cunningham. He was the admiral in charge of the British fleet in the Mediterranean during World War II. During the invasion, during the evacuation of Crete, a lot of British ships were being attacked and being sunk by the Axis, to the extent where some of the army officers were saying to him like, "Hey, this probably isn't worthwhile. You should probably just pull the ships back. We'll make do." He was quoted as saying, "It takes 3 years to build a warship. It takes 3 centuries to build a tradition. The evacuation will continue."
Yeah, that's a great quote. That one.
Yeah.
I've heard that more than once, particularly in relation to Britain and having grown up in Britain. It's very much the attitude there. Britannia rules the waves.
Yeah.
Not going to repeat it, but some of the stuff going on in chat's kind of funny.
Oh no.
There seems to be something wrong with our bloody battle cruisers.
Oh, BT.
Next DLC when? We have announced warships.
Yeah, warships is announced as coming soon. I don't know if we've announced the exact date, so we won't say it.
Nope.
Yeah, I wasn't sure if we'd done the dates or
but
not.
soon.
Not yet.
Okay.
And then obviously in the expansion pass, Thunder Rattler Gates has also been announced and is coming soon, but not as soon.
Soon.
Zuerbaum, one of the devs who's in chat at the moment, added that as one of the medals or ribbon quotes. So Cunningham's quotes in.
That's very nice. We are still missing naval dominance, unfortunately.
Yeah,
Looks
I mean,
like the
Italians
Italians
are
are
out there now at least, but the Italians have their whole navy there, so... And we do seem to be
currently have
trading.
five ships.
I do also have the
ships.
handicap right now of no destroyers, so I don't know if
Oh.
it's going to be doable.
Whose
Because, you
silly
know-
idea was that?
Could have been Gareth's.
I mean, you do have some other tools that you could use to assist with this, Mr. Air Force Man.
I forgot about that. That's a really good idea. Alright,
I'd like to see some like combined arms here, guys.
If only-
Teamwork. If nothing else, putting some recon in that region would probably be useful, so you can actually see where the ships are to sink them.
Yeah.
I would like to see the casualties so far.
Yeah, we can pull that up. It is.
I wouldn't.
Almost the same actually on both sides.
But Barbarossa, so that's including the Soviets.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's always fun not remembering exactly the lines you wrote for each and every event that you've written, and you're like, did I write that?
Yeah. Yeah, the first events I did for Hoy were some of the Finnish ones. And
Yeah.
sometimes when they come, I was like, hang on, did I write this? I think I wrote this.
Yeah.
Like when it's one of the countries you've completely done, is like, yeah, I definitely wrote this. But
It's like, I know I wrote the Great East Asia news event, but I didn't remember that, like, okay option line.
fine, okay.
Where it's just like another play for the propaganda machine. So Kiev... Yeah, Kiev has fallen. And they're pushing up. So they're working on it.
No.
Our submarines are better now.
Excellent. Yeah, which doctrines have you chosen? Which masteries?
For Navy, I didn't select any of these three because they were already selected.
Okay.
I just selected wolf packs because I'm sending them out on their own.
Oh.
So,
Yeah, those make
So-
sense.
I don't want to criticize the admiral in his office.
mhm.
Do you think it might be an idea for us to put some of the ships that are fighting in the Mediterranean in the Mediterranean?
And what would the issue be?
We don't have any ships based in the
Oh,
Mediterranean.
they sank. They are no more.
What?
Yeah. They used to be
What?
there. There's 2 ships left in that Navy.
They were former ships.
Yeah.
They were once ships.
That's why.
Probably because they don't have screens.
Yeah, exactly.
You
They
can
don't
use
have
destroyers again. I'm all meant you can't use destroyers in sub-hunting duties, but for screens you can do that.
Okay, then I'll just send the whole screen fleet down.
Yeah, send the home fleet down.
No, the home fleet stays.
So hopefully it's at home.
Okay.
Send them away.
Okay.
You can't be both home and away.
Exactly.
I'd been sitting there for the past like couple of minutes, and I'm thinking to myself, we've only got 3 ships fighting here. Where are all the other ones?
Well, I don't know if you realize this, but they're doing a naval invasion there, which meant they put their entire navy up to be able to do that, so they probably sank the fleet that I had sent there. It's gone.
Devs play in the UK, yes, but they were
Fantastic.
playing with a handicap, to be fair to them. And it is single player. Both are playing as the UK.
And it's also the 39 start,
Yeah.
which, you know.
Yeah.
So it's not technically single player, it's multiplayer, but they're co-oping, so it's basically single player with advantages.
And there's also no pausing, which I usually play on 5 speed and pause a lot, but I can't do that here, so I have
Yeah.
to try to make...
I'm hearing a lot of
Decisions.
excuses right now.
Of course I make excuses.
This is what we call elite
Yeah.
map awareness, Fraser.
We know
fantastic.
balls, Fraser, okay? I want a super heavy battleship.
I mean, we were talking about them earlier, so it'd be rude not to.
Yeah. I mean, I'm gonna use every excuse I have. Also, I don't usually play the UK at all because
Mhm.
I'm only okay at the Navy, I would say so.
UK is one of my favourites. Ah, here you go. Top 3 nations in the game at the moment.
Ooh.
To play.
To play for me. Number 1, I think, is Hungary.
Really?
Yeah.
I know there's a slight bias there.
Yeah, but I really like doing the supporting role in a big faction, which is why I used to like playing Canada a lot, but I've kind of burnt out on Canada, I think. So Hungary it is for me for the Axis usually. For the allies nowadays, I usually play something like Chile or Brazil, and then just make sure to have the democratic path and join the allies. I've had quite fun actually doing a historical Belgian-Congo thing though. And then obviously I can't say I don't enjoy playing a good Japan playthrough, so so I would say Hungary, then Chile, and then Japan, and you can very clearly sense the bias.
Yes, I can. There is a common thread to each of those.
Yes.
Frazier, what about you? Top 3?
Ooh, Finland. I love playing defensive Finland. That's really good. I would say Kaiserin Victoria.
Oh yeah, that's a fun
as
one.
Germany. It's always like a classic for me. And then I'd probably end up saying the UK.
Yeah, I do really
quite
enjoy the UK,
especially with like the naval invasion focus. It's always fun.
I think playing UK in a co-op multiplayer game is my favorite, because then you can act like a bit of a puppet master. So you can give troops to Canada, you can give troops to Australia, you can give troops to South Africa, and just say, "These are your theaters. Tell me if you need more." And then you just handle the navy.
Pushing the invasion.
Oh, it's happening.
Yep, it's happening.
So how many troops are you going to lose this time?
Let's not get the calculator out
That's a
just
lot
yet.
of troops. It
They've
took
landed.
Saragossa.
They have a port.
Yeah. There's even more troops here now. I think they should go here probably, because there's support here.
This is true. Yeah, if you can take Messina, then you've definitely got that.
Yeah.
So yeah, while they're concentrating on that, I'll say my top 3. I struggle a little, because I think I've actually got top 4. And those would be... Number 1 probably is the UK for me. I do like playing as Britain in this. Number 2...
Hey, we gotta go.
Probably Belgium. Slight bias there, I know. But playing fascist Belgium especially, and then kind of assuming the burden for fighting in Africa, because then Congo is on the fascist side, can be quite fun. That is also a really good co-op game. If you just want to play with a friend, one of you play Belgium, one of you play Congo, it's actually a really good combo to do that. Third, probably the Netherlands. And then 4th would be Philippines. I like my naval nations. And also a big shout out to Greece and to Italy for similar reasons.
I realized the reason we had 0 strength in those tanks is because we haven't been producing light tanks the entire time.
Oops.
What?
I didn't set up this production. It looked like you had done it already, so I was just adding things on.
Classic.
Yeah, I'll switch some of them over to mediums, because we've been doing mediums for a while now, so... I added some light tanks to production, though.
Ooh, helicopters.
I'll have helicopters in these.
I think that's one of the things I'm proudest about in Good to Damn was the helicopters. I added those.
You know what I love about the helicopters? Nationalist Spain starts with a bonus towards them.
Yeah, historically.
And they also...
Yeah. Historically, they were the first ones making them commercially.
There's a reason that the generic model is a generified version of the Spanish one.
Yep.
Yeah.
Which CPU do you use? I don't know on this machine. I imagine quite a good one, though.
Okay, did you remove my field marshal?
No. I've not touched the generals.
Okay.
Monty just went on holiday.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, well...
Classic Jonathan sabotaging Frazier.
Yeah. It looks like the Slovaks are trying to attack Minsk. That's an interesting combo.
Okay, well, I'm gonna launch another invasion from Palermo. Palermo?
That's an interesting combo of naval invasions. Norwegian light tank and Greek holding garrison unit trying to invade Albania.
Interesting. I would have thought that Greek guy would have been better defending Greece.
Right here where their
Yeah,
divisions are.
in that lovely, lovely choke point that has never caused problems.
Okay. Can we please swap one of the researches over to landing craft? We're already doing
We're
that.
doing that.
Fantastic.
See, I thought ahead already.
Planning ahead.
Oh, look at that.
So much justifying on this.
No support AA and divisions. I think they're relying on there being a dedicated air controller.
And I'm hoping that there is a dedicated air controller as well, so...
What's an air controller?
Well, okay.
Oh, that's what I'm supposed to be doing.
Exactly.
I don't even have a mouse. I can't do anything.
Oh. Okay. Well, whilst this is going on, how is Barbarossa?
Good question.
Is that kicking off?
So Germany has managed to push in a little bit. I did see earlier Kyiv falling.
Yeah, both
Minsk
Kyiv
has
and
fallen.
Minsk have fallen. They're working on getting to Dnipropetrovsk. They are closing in with quite a few tank and motorized divisions on Kursk. And they're kind of trying to surround Riga, it looks like.
Now, October 41. They were a little bit late attacking because of how long France took to fall.
Yeah.
But they are making progress.
Second Vienna award in the German event is bugged. When you give full Transylvania to Hungary, Banat does not get transferred to Hungary. Does that sound like a bug?
I mean, it's a... I would say it's in the middle between a bug and a just intention thing, but I would probably count it as a bug.
Okay. Well, in that case, the best bet for now, we always recommend people, if you have bugs, pop them onto the Paradox forum in the bug report section. We will still pass this along, but just keep in mind, bug report section is fantastic for this.
Yeah, when doing
Just
bug
we keep
fixes
track of
for
everything.
war efforts and anything, I usually scroll through there to see if there's anything interesting too.
Yeah, and similarly, QA goes through and creates bug reports for us too.
Yeah.
So the forums is absolutely the best place to put them. Does Hoi 4 dev team have an internal team similar to Stellaris Custodians to rework, adjust old contents that managed by the main team also? Main team as well. This war effort, for example, was done by us. Hey, Marine. So usually we get allocated a day or two a month to work on war efforts.
Yeah.
And that's the entire team. It's not just one or two people. Except this time I think it was organized a little differently. Well, I know it was organized a little differently. So instead of just one day, we got a week.
Yeah, a week dedicated to just doing stuff, fixing things. That's why the warfare was generally chunkier than usual.
Yeah.
You had already mentioned briefly there about how valuable bug reports are for devs. For yourselves, how often would you say that you go through the forum reading user comments?
Daily.
I mean, I usually do it if there's a dev diary that's been released or something. I would read the comments there maybe 1 or 2 days after it's gone out, like once or twice a day.
Yeah, it's like daily I'll spend maybe half an hour going through forums, Reddit, that type of thing. And if a dev diary pertinent to what I'm working on goes out, then it'll be more than that.
Yeah.
Because I really do believe it's very important to stay in touch and stay in tune with what the community is thinking and doing. Plus, I'm a former community manager. Old habits die hard.
Yeah. And then, of course, the bug reports and suggestions threads on the oral sections on the Paradox forum, I actually have open as tabs always, so I just probably check them once a day. Just always. actually making a lot of progress now.
Yeah, the Soviets definitely seem to have broken a little.
Could we please get some naval dominance in the... How do you even say that? Terrarian Sea? Terrarian Sea?
Yeah, we're working on it.
We already answered. I don't know the
Okay.
PC specs. We're using a company PC. I have no idea what it is. I can just tell you it's probably a very good one. Sorry, I can't give you more detail than that because I don't know. If you're playing as a mod, do you still want us to write a bug report or no? Yes, but please, please, please tell us that it was modded.
Yeah, because
Like
we can't repro it otherwise internally, which means we can't possibly do anything about it if you don't let us know that it is with a mod, and
What mods?
reasonably what mod as well. So
Yeah.
Do I miss just being a streamer? I mean, I do still stream every weekend, so in some ways, yes. Like, being a professional gamer was definitely a really nice lifestyle, but it didn't scratch that creative itch in the same way that working here does. So, why not both?
just a streamer is lower than dev, right?
But yeah, why not both?
So when are we all getting real jobs?
Yeah, my parents used to really question when I was a streamer. I was like, are you even making money from this? Yes, thank you. They haven't asked me once since I became a game dev, though. But then Dad was a programmer, so I think he understands IT things.
Yeah, it's the classic. Well, I guess that's technically a job. So yeah.
But eventually they became my biggest supporters on streaming things. Like every day they would give me a printout basically of how much the channel had grown and things. So they were really good. It took them a while to understand, but when they did, they were all in. Germans actually managed to invade the Soviet Union every game we've played for the last few you've played for the last few months. Germany can never push more than 5 tiles. Yeah, which is the focus of the war effort. We were taking a close look at why this was happening, because that is absolutely wasn't intended behavior, and the game design team have made some changes. And part of the reason we wanted to do this stream is to just let AI Germany and the Soviets just run in the background so we could show you it's better.
Yeah.
And yes, part of that was also a Navy update. Doesn't affect the Soviets and the Germans so much, but that is why we're playing as the UK. Even though I have hamstrung them by saying no screens until later.
Fair enough.
Has Germany been going after your convoys at all?
A little bit, yes, but I mean, I've had a lot of dominance, so I've sank a lot of their stuff over here, which... And then I'm also sinking their stuff, so it's a bit of a back and forth, but I think I've managed to mangle their navy quite a bit.
Ooh.
You need to... I will invite Kuwait to the war.
Oh, Kuwait. I thought you said I'm
Yeah.
going to invite QA to the war. I was like, huh?
They want to take part in this, you know? We need our...
I was really confused there for a second. They're just hanging out on the side. They wanted to play too.
Yeah.
I mean, more seriously, it is QA that usually organises the weekly multiplayer games. So every Thursday we usually play. And QA organises them. They set up scenarios based on what it is they're testing at the time. So fairly recently it's been more about stability, trying to fix all the crashes and out of syncs. Before that it was some of the new content for TOAG. Before that obviously it was NCNS, playing with each of our countries, various combinations of Chinese warlords versus Japan, Philippines, USA, lots of different things going on. And I think there might be some plans related to that in the future.
Yeah. I mean, we'll see.
Yeah, we'll see.
You can never be too certain about things.
Do you know by any chance about the reasoning for the wall tension rebalance?
No.
I have no insight on that. Sorry.
Okay, I will.
Yeah, ask the team that one. We'll vocalize their response. Just go escort carriers. I hear they're good at convoy raiding. Yeah, I remember that, Desert Wolves. I remember that. They were good.
Oh.
Ooh.
They have conducted a naval invasion next to my invasion.
Oh no.
Or next to my naval invasion.
Your naval invasion is being naval invaded.
At least, you know, you can take them down easily.
Free stuff.
What are they doing? They don't even have a port.
Oh yeah, you have supremacy to do the invasion now, by the way.
Yeah. All right. Yeah, I'll just need to. We're going. Okay, we're going straight for Taranto. Try and grab Napoli.
Is the attack starting?
Yeah.
Let's go take a look. So going for the thin underbelly of Europe here.
Yeah.
Chris says, Jonathan, I love the Hungarian focus man. Thanks for the work.
Oh, no problem.
Does Italy own Malta? Yes.
Yes, they naval invaded us.
Damn it, Fraser.
What?
You lost Malta.
Who?
You.
You.
What? Where? What?
Malta.
What do you mean, where?
Hang
Do you
on,
know
I'm
where Malta is?
panicking. Yes, I do. Just give me 1 minute. We are currently losing a. But we're a little bit busy right now.
Newsflash, Scottish man doesn't know British Commonwealth possessions.
All right. I'm gonna do the sensible thing. I'm gonna quickly pause.
Mm-hmm.
No pausing. Multiplayer. Grrr.
As against multiplayer rules, come on.
Okay. We have unpaused. I just had to reform our lines. We're good. Sorry, you were saying something about Malta.
Yeah, it's kind of fallen to the Italians because, you know.
Oh, it's fine. We'll retake it.
Also,
Messina.
I would say there's a problem with Sicily going on.
What's that?
Sicily.
Have you heard about the
The
island
place north of
Sicily?
Malta.
Yeah.
Slightly bigger island.
Yeah. Give me a moment, please. The war is not exactly going according to plan right now.
So has it not necessarily developed to our advantage, or
I was trying to remember what that quote was.
I've had to write that so many times.
Yeah, I can imagine. Don't like some nations being capped at 4 research slots. I feel like if you play Argentina and core all of South America, that should be enough for a 5th. Totally fine with making rough conditions for some nations to get that 5th, but I don't like not having the option. It is something which we have discussed a little internally. I don't think any conclusion was actually reached as to a standardized way of doing research slots, but yeah, we know.
I think it's also partially a product of its time where we were cutting down on a lot of total text, which meant that it didn't feel like there was even a necessity to have that. It's just...
Okay.
Yeah, generally what we like doing now is for the 5th research slots generally is like have 50 factories. So once you've reached a certain size, you can get it, but you are blocked until then.
Yeah.
Blocked until
I
then.
think we're in trouble.
Okay. In what way? Have you messed up? Like Commander's
Slightly.
asking?
Yes. Yeah.
Then start an orderly withdrawal.
Okay, so we're just pulling out, or...
I would.
No.
No?
Because you seem to
Okay,
be
yeah, kind
pulling
of.
out... You're pulling troops
Yeah,
out of the south, in
You
which
need to
there are
make a
lots of
decision, otherwise you'll lose the
enemies.
port.
And you've also pulled out of Sicily, so...
Okay. We are going to pull out, and we're going to go back to Sicily. Nope, not like that.
You're going to have to be quick,
Like that.
because you have nothing in Sicily.
And they're
Okay,
actively advancing.
I could probably do some help here. There, I got it, it's fine.
You told me that I handle Navy. I'm just looking at this.
And the Navy did their job.
Yeah, we got you to get your naval invasion up.
There goes Sicily.
Yep. I'm also expanding MI6, so you know.
So good news. I think we're re-invading Palermo.
Oh. Well, you're
Sad.
pulling out now.
Sad why DLC
Wait,
got no Siam. Have we been forgotten? It's coming in the next one.
Yeah.
Siam, Australia, and Dutch East Indies, also known as Indonesia.
Yeah, that's the Thunder at our Gates
Yep.
expansion. That's part of this expansion pass.
Yep.
So it is in fact getting stuff. It just wasn't now exactly.
And I have to say, it's one of the things I really like about the expansion pass system is we can talk about things earlier.
Yeah, we don't have to be like,
such
I
a
don't
big
know,
advantage.
maybe it's happening.
Okay,
Yeah, we don't
so
need to
this...
be coy.
Also, it looks like our Scottish High Command here isn't really succeeding. I
Yeah,
would
where's
say.
this fallback?
I'm just observing this.
So essentially what's happening is we're leaving Napoli, we're getting to Palermo, and then they're getting right on the boat to go back to Napoli.
Yeah,
Just going to
haven't-
attack you as zero organization. You should have learned this lesson,
Yeah, because you
Fraser.
haven't put in a front line in Palermo, so of course they're gonna try to reassign to
Oh, yeah.
Napoli. That's why they're pulling out.
Oh, yeah.
There we go. Iraq is now secured, so I suppose I can send the little expeditionary force up.
Okay. I think we're fine.
You say that. I mean, you've lost all of mainland Italy. We could have held that if we just played it a bit better.
Oh, the criticisms are coming in now.
You know, so let's go back to talking about the war effort. 1.17.4.
We can do that, yeah.
So naval invasions, they've been improved. Or not.
Well, not Fraser's, but, you know. Generally, yeah, but Fraser's naval invasions certainly haven't. It's just, we're poking fun at you, come on.
So we pulled out of Napoli, we pulled out of Italy to reinvade Sicily, which has succeeded.
Mm-hmm.
But
And then?
I feel like there's a but coming.
No, I think it's fine.
You think it's fine.
Let's have a look at Italy. Sicily. Okay, yeah. Fair enough.
You don't want to be dramatic, but these armies used to have 24 divisions, all of them.
Who's counting?
Who is counting, really? Come on. It's not like 50
Um,
divisions disappeared.
Like, granted, I do work in the community team,
Yeah.
so, you know,
So what you're saying is that your skill represents the community.
no.
Yeah, careful how you answer that one.
No.
Got a question for you guys mainly, but anyone in chat can also answer. Is there any Easter eggs in-game that you particularly like?
I would say, I mean, there's a few Easter eggs for Japan that people still haven't discovered.
I was about to ask if there are any.
Yeah, I think 3 of them that I haven't seen a single person mention so far.
They found the 2 for Philippines.
Yeah, they found 2 of them for Japan. They found the Queen taking over in the Kodoha branch and the Buddhist Socialist path. The Buddhist Socialist one is obvious because we made an achievement for it, so it's easier to find.
That was the problem I had with
'Cause you know
MacArthur
it's
as
there.
well, because I wanted that path to be somewhat hidden, but there's also an achievement that basically references it.
And there are some, not as big, but at least smaller things that have yet to be discovered for Japan. Three separate country leaders that I don't think I've seen anyone have, for example.
But in terms of ones I like in particular, I do like Victoria, the Kaiserin.
Yep.
Because she's Victoria the Third.
Which was before Victoria 3 happened to come out, so
Yeah. It was very much a Vicky 3-1 thing.
yes. So now we should have a
Speaking of which,
Victoria 4th.
That's true,
There
yeah.
was
the AI
actually
game
an-
references MacArthur, that's true.
I was going to
Sorry?
say there was an issue that affected Kaiserin Victoria. That was fixed during the war effort. Basically, in order to get Kaiserin Victoria, you needed to have the Hindenburg survive the first disaster, but then actually explode in the second disaster.
Yep.
But the event, it was supposed to be a random roll dice. It turned out there was a slight issue for that, where it was rolling the same number every time. It was the reason why some events kept repeating over multiple games. That's now been fixed.
Yeah.
Okay.
So that now works.
Yeah, I
It's
wasn't
like
aware
that
of that
and
one, and then I
Amelia
saw a
Earhart.
merge request for fixing it, and I was like, oh, that makes sense, actually, because I've
Yeah.
seen a few YouTube videos where it's like, always Amelia Earhart surviving.
Yes, I did hear
that's
about
now
that
been
It was
actually.
just a variance thing where those videos happen to have it happening, but, you know.
Is print military manga one of the Easter eggs?
No, that's just a decision because it's a cool
It's
historical fact.
Yeah.
Also because I happen to have read those, so I figured it was fun to include. Finally getting some use of my university courses. So that's just a eureka moment of like, finally, right, I can actually use this thing I studied for no particular reason.
The Arrow Dog is always, if that counts. Yeah, the current half of the Arrow Dog is the Australian hat.
The Air Dog updates every expansion,
Yes, he
basically. So that we have something different that pops up every time, since it's always there whenever we reload any files or anything and when working, so it's just fun to have something different.
I tell you what, let's swap people over, because I think, Jonathan, you're playing right now. Do we want to get Gareth playing for a little bit?
Yeah, sure.
All
You
right.
want to do that?
Yeah. The Admiral is assuming direct command.
Hands off the keyboard.
Yep, and then I will hand chat over to you.
Yeah, and I'll have a look over here.
Creating an
And I
echo, in
will
fact.
continue managing our naval invasions.
I mean, we can try. Currently, we're just setting up stuff.
Yeah, so, Navy stuff. Do you want me to do any land things?
Maybe. Yeah, let's do that as well. Let's swap up that as well.
Okay. How do you do land things?
There's these things called divisions, right? And you try to move them on the map.
Are they like ships?
Kind of
Yes.
like ships, but there's land ships in them. I would call them tanks, you know?
Oh, have we researched mega tanks?
Well, not mega tanks, but we have smaller land ships. Like land dingies.
Line dinghies.
Yeah. Of course we do.
Okay.
Well, let's take Sicily back first of all. Need to
Yeah.
move this laptop some more so I can actually see everything else. What's the Air Force doing? Sitting in Egypt.
So yes, if anyone has any questions about the recent war effort, about anything that went in, now is a really good time for you to ask that. So we have two of our wonderful content designers, as well as also we can be asking questions for some of the other people in the team.
Yeah, exactly.
So if you have any questions, ask in chat now.
We don't have an airbase there.
Also, I suppose, since it's been quite some time since NCNS release, I'll give a hint on where-ish you can find these Japanese Easter eggs that have yet to be discovered.
Ooh, stream exclusive.
Yeah. So one of them
Ooh.
happens to be in the historical branch, and no one's discovered it. And two of them happen to be to do with the democratic branch, also not discovered. And I have been keeping an eye out for these, both on the forums and Reddit, and also on YouTube, and yeah, nothing so far.
Where are these guys? Oh, they're just random garrison.
Yeah, I think they're just unassigned garrisons. I think you might need to call Iraq into the Iran war if you want to advance with that.
I have tried to do that.
Do it through the war screen, I think is the easiest.
Got you.
It's the separate war.
Yeah.
Oh, there. No, that's
Oh,
Raj.
thank you.
I think they have been called in now because
Yeah,
there's
they
a
have
bunch of more participant things.
Good.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, Sicily is bogged down, but I think that's because they have an airbase and we do not.
Yeah, I would recommend probably preparing a naval invasion around Reggio Calabria and cutting all of those guys off.
Yeah, that's why I was looking at these guys to see what they were.
Yeah.
You guys are going that way. Do we have anyone who particularly likes naval invading?
No, not yet.
Fall of Moscow.
I was mostly using...
Yeah, they're really pushing. I mean, to be fair, I think this 39 scenario also starts the Soviets off as quite weak, so... Because I remember playing them at least once, and it wasn't fun, to say the least. But as for the debug nuking option, I think it's just because with how we reworked the code for it, it's just not a thing that's as possible anymore. Though we do, of course, have the new console command for Armageddon, which happens to thermonuclear strike every single state in the game at the same time. So you can have some fireworks go off.
How many divisions can we set to a naval invasion nowadays?
Quite a few, because we have the landing craft tech as well. Of course, if we open up the officer core, we can see how many it should be. It should be in the Navy section. One of the final stats in this. If it's the transport ship on the right there, or if it's...
Prep time, capacity 5.
Division per naval nation there.
So
10.
10. So I could do another one. I think I will. Let's have you go from there.
Okay. I'm going to invite Sweden to the Allies.
Okay.
And I believe we'll probably be going for another kind of 10 to 15 minutes, I think.
Yep, that sounds good.
So, if anyone has any questions, especially to do with the Warfare patch or content to do with that, please do ask away while we still have time to answer them. Things like product or marketing things we cannot answer, so that won't be answered here.
Yeah, I have seen people asking, for example, what countries are coming in the future. We can't talk about that, sorry.
No. And same with like sales and stuff, it's, you know, we do the content and stuff, we don't do the marketing side.
Yeah, generally speaking, we don't want to or can't say when sales are going to be. They will just, we'll announce them when we can announce them.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's a whole lot of light cruisers.
Indeed, I've been building a lot of them. Especially since I couldn't have destroyers, you know?
Yeah, no, it makes sense.
Yeah. It's like the next best thing to kind of semi-screen.
I don't think they actually did anything. Ah. I think you're supposed to be in that fleet. Yeah. Okay. Naval invasion is still preparing. We'll be ready with that soon. TM. Iran has now fallen, so that's another army available.
Yes, you should be able to play a game as an Axis miner now. So, since the AI fixes to Germany and the Soviets are in with the war effort, so I would recommend picking up Hungary and doing a playthrough there. I'm not biased though.
Slight bias.
As a Hungary dev, I'm not biased at all. Yeah.
Philippines. Oh, Philippines. And just to double that down on that.
Yeah, you're gonna go for Philippine song.
Yep.
Come on, naval invasions.
Yes, the patch is out now. It's been out since I think Thursday last week.
Mhm.
So
Thursday
just make sure
afternoon.
to switch off of any possible betas because it's just the base version of the game now. And just, play on the latest version.
If I take this airbase, it's going to make everything so much easier. If.
Yeah, it's also that we don't have Malta, so we can't get air from there either.
Oh. Well, I should probably set up another naval invasion to try and take that.
They do seem to have people there, though, so...
How does the decision to sell ships to Portugal work? I know that's an interesting one because selling ships is quite difficult. It's the reason why we don't have it on the international market.
Yeah, so it's a content workaround system where basically you spawn in some ships for the Portuguese in exchange for them losing a factory and the seller basically getting an off-map factory.
Yeah.
Let's go!
Yeah.
So it's a very
Yeah.
classic thing there because ships aren't technically equipment, so you can't really transfer them
Yeah.
between countries as you could with, like, say, guns or support equipment or so on.
Yeah. And that's where we have seen a lot of users requesting for ships to be able to be sold on the international
Yeah.
We have no
marketplace.
We have no bananas.
Yeah, so basically there's a big
Yeah.
code side basically restriction for that kind of stuff.
Yes.
Yeah, the reason we have the Atlantical class is because it creates the variant for the person selling and then transfers basically from
Gibraltar fell.
well, transfers, but it basically gives you a different version depending on who you are.
So did Leningrad, apparently.
Yeah, actually, how is that font going?
Give me a second.
Yeah.
Oh,
God.
yeah, it's good. It's fine. Everything's fine. Nothing to see here.
Yeah.
You know, this is rather familiar. Yeah.
Wait, Portugal?
Portugal?
What happened with Portugal?
So,
I don't know. I don't like it, though.
They were in the Allies. Did the Axis somehow naval invade them?
Maybe?
Because Spain
so
should
the
be
question here, are the AI navies back to normal? One of the primary focuses for the war effort has been on Naval AI. We would strongly recommend
Spain.
give it a go. It's now out 1.17.4. So if you are playing on the beta, all you need to do is just swap over your game version back to the most publicly available one. That was from the 19th. Give it a go yourself. If you have any further feedback, let us know on the forums, on Reddit, on Discord. We're very active on those platforms.
Yeah, basically, of course, it's a personal question of what counts as normal, but all of the main issues that we could find with how they patrol and how they assign stuff and repair stuff, all of that has been looked at and fixed for this patch, so hopefully that should mean that it is basically normal again, and it does look like it's just observing stuff.
Yeah.
Since we do have overnight games running every day to see just how does the AI play things out, that we can then hop onto as save files and check out.
Yeah.
So I think we have a bit more of a steady position in Italy now. Sicily still hasn't been recouped, but the rest of it has.
Well, you know.
But I'm hitting from the north, so once we've taken Reggio Calabria, it should be easier. You seem to have tanks. I'll allow that. And you've lost a division.
One feature that I'd like in the faction system is the ability to use faction Mayos. As a Navy enjoyer, it'd be nice to have, like, an aircraft designer for Italy having Gemeinwerft Mayo. So having a German Mayo in that case.
Yeah, that could be cool.
Why don't we have a focus?
MIO.
That's a good question. There we go. We have a focus.
That's good feedback.
Yeah,
I would
that's a good
strongly
one.
be recommending, if you have ideas like that, obviously let us know here, but as well, forums, that is honestly a fantastic fantastic place to be popping these kinds
Yeah, I
of
would say
these
the
points.
suggestions place in the forums is a good spot
Yeah.
to put that in. Because a few of the things I found in the suggestions are actually part of this war effort now, so...
Yeah.
There was a suggestion, for example, for doing some stuff with militias for fascist Latvia, and that's in, so...
Yeah.
You never know.
What did they get?
They used to have just divisions that were definitely militias that were just regular infantry.
Oh,
So now they are militias, they unlock the ability to recruit them, and they have a national spirit, they're fascist paramilitaries, which gives boosts to militias as well.
nice.
So
Yeah.
it was a nice and simple suggestion that someone wanted, and it, you know, it made sense.
Yeah.
So thus it is in.
Yeah. And I do see a lot of comments where sometimes people ask why the devs aren't responding or if the devs are even reading. 99% of it is a case of the devs are reading these comments. People in the community team, we're reading these comments and we're usually forwarding them on. There just might not be a response from the developer themselves.
Yeah, it's
So,
usually easier and quicker
it's-
to just read something than to take your time to figure something good out to say and then
Yeah.
respond to it, so...
Yeah, so it's one of
Indeed.
those, at the end of the day, we really appreciate the feedback, and it's something that we're very proactive on. And hopefully that's something going on into this year we can continue to iterate on and work alongside our players
Yeah, I mean,
for making this game.
As he is in chat right now, of course, we very much appreciate feedback.
Yeah.
The
Feedback.
Yeah.
Hey, feedback.
question is he only good feedback or is he some evil feedback?
I don't know.
He's
I think
the
he's just
best
Dave.
feedback.
Yeah. Evil Dave.
Evil Dave. Good feedback. Evil Dave.
Yeah, exactly. Those are the two. Yeah. So it's Evil Dave in chat right now, not good feedback. I see.
Yeah.
Good to know.
Reggio Calabria's almost gone.
Yeah. Looks like you managed to pull it back from the abyss.
Hmm. See, what you needed for this problem was an admiral. Because he clearly knows unit foot people good.
Exactly.
Hmm.
Mm-hmm. Yep, so that's Jonathan and I both out of a job now. Thanks. Thanks for that.
Assuming
Appreciate
direct
that.
control.
Come on, you wouldn't have such bangers as the Hungarian focus tree if it wasn't for me. Come on.
True.
But are we playing as Hungary?
No, we're playing as the UK, of which I added the home guard system in your decisions menu
Ah,
for Gutter Deminu.
Cancel you. And then just be silly and say everyone is on there.
So that's a kind of war effort change or fix that was included in the major patch because that was the more reasonable
Yeah.
thing to put it out in. So it was a part of the balancing of the Axis versus Allies with the revert Germany being there.
Anyway, I think that we are out of time. So, Fraser, do you want to sing us out this time?
yeah, I just want to say thank you to everybody for taking part today. It's been a fantastic opportunity to showcase some of the features that we have improved upon and worked with for the war effort 1.17.4. Hopefully, you will be going on and playing your own games after this. And if you do, let us know your feedback, let us know your thoughts on it on all of our community platforms as always. But yeah, I just want to say thank you so much for taking part and joining us. If you want to end it, you are more than welcome, Gareth.
Cool. So that is going to be it from us. I don't know when, if we have another stream coming, but I know that there will be more in the future. So we will see you for that, whenever that may happen to be. Thanks, everyone, and see you next time.
Yeah, adieu.
Bye-bye.
Thank you.
One of these is end.